Hi, my name is Lindsay.
Hi, my name is Frank.
We are married. We have two kids, and the video that you're about to watch is a video of part of our journey, the chapter in our lives that we made it through. I used to work in healthcare for 4 years. And during those 4 years, I was a caregiver as well to my husband. For 3 months, he was in the hospital. He does not remember on being in the hospital. He just remembers waking up in the hospital. But what led up to that is his body started getting weak. He started shutting down. I was working anywhere from 12-hour shifts and up. It could be 12 to 20. Just depends on the day and what's going on. Even after clocking out from work, I would have to come home and still be a caregiver to my husband, to the point that I had to help him to the bathroom. I had to help him get undressed, shower, get dressed. Just the basics of being a caregiver. I'm sorry, he is not comfortable with being on the camera. So this is a trial run for him.
Yep.
He's actually a real funny guy once you get to know him. But anyways, the video that you're about to watch is me going through the medical stuff that I had to be able to keep him at home once he got home from the hospital. These are the things that you do not personally have to do, but I did to ensure that he would not be in a nursing home. I am 39, he is 63. Never trade in a classic, ladies. But anyhow, majority of the medical supplies that I got was uh, a Texas catheter, which does not have to be inserted, can put it on like a boxer. It looks like a boxer. And got the tubes, the bag, and the brace to hold the bag on the leg. That was just the very basic of what had to be done. Sorry. Not easy to talk about. That part of our lives was hard. I was not sure if my husband would make it. So, talking about the medical supplies really gets me, and it's something I need to talk about. The supplies that I got was to ensure that I could keep him at home. With 4 years of training, I was confident that I could. Within those 4 years, it came a time just about at my 5 year mark to where I had to quit my job and stay home full time, which I got backlash for, and that is okay. He was to the point to where he could not do much on his own. And what come down to it is even though the medical field is good, but at some point it's not, especially overloading a veteran on medication. There's nothing wrong with having medication, that is perfectly fine. But my husband, right here, was on way too much. As much as I reached out and said, You know, there's something wrong. He's not acting right. He's showing signs of sundowners. He's not eating. He's not drinking. And when he did drink, it was by a syringe. That was the only way that I could get liquids in him. But through all of it, even the hospital telling me don't expect him to live through the night. I was willing to trust God's will, but in the back of my mind, I was scared to death. I was scared for my children. I was scared for me because I didn't know what to do. So I went on gut and I went on the way that my husband taught me. So I soldiered up and done what I was trying to do. I was not sure if any of it was right. I wasn't sure if the doctors was doing what was necessary. So I kept on jumping in, chiming in, being his voice when he did not have one. The night that the ER doctor said that he would not make it through the night, not to expect him to make it through the night, my children and I sat around him. He would not open his eyes. He would not move. He was shallow breathing and his stats was dropping. So my kids and I sung. It's a Christian song. I surrender all. Through all of it, I still ask why. I still wonder why. Why did he go through that? Why was we going to lose him when he still had a lot of fire in his butt? And my little girl looked at me and told me, Mommy, we cannot question God's will. God is our King and God is our Father. So all the medical equipment was necessary at that time. We have anywhere from catheters to a gait belt, 2 different gait belts, gloves, transfer blanket. I'm not even sure if it's called a transfer blanket. We have gloves. You name it, we have it. Because I was determined to keep my husband, my hero, my children's hero, at home. So the 4 years that I was not on YouTube, I was beating myself up, dragging myself through the dirt, not only to work and to be a caregiver, but to also be a leader for my children. I got one of my children in here with us. She is handling the camera and dancing. She is very proud of her daddy. And so am I. There, Sissy. You want to say hi? Yeah. This is my daughter. And she's very proud of her daddy. You want to say hi? Hi. But all I can say is if you are in that position to where you're working full time, a lot of hours, and you got a husband or kids, or you're a caregiver for one of your parents or grandparents, it's okay to choose your family. It's okay to walk away from that job. because that job will just replace you. As much as money means in this world, money can be replaced. Your loved one can't. Your children can't. Your husband can't be replaced. Your wife cannot be replaced. So if it's in your heart to say, okay, I'm done, I want to be at home, do so. Because that's a choice I had to make. And it was not an easy choice, but I had saved up and saved to where my husband could be at home and not be put in a nursing home, not be in the facility to where it's a toss up if he's going to be took care of. I hope that y'all like this video because it's real personal and it's going out of my comfort zone and my husband's comfort zone. That's why he's just sitting here and not talking. But we are happy to have him home. And the day that he come home, he asked me, why did God decide to leave him here? And I looked at him and told him, I said, you have dodged death more times than I can think of at this point. Maybe God wants you to be with your family. Yes, this is temporary place on earth because we belong with God. But you just gotta have faith. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'll check y'all in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello. This is the catheter, Texas catheter. It's a boxer. It has a tube. I'm not going to take it out of its bag to keep it sanitary, just in case. But it has a tube that connects, and it has a urine bag as well, which I stocked up. I got 2 with extra bags to go with. I got saline wash, wind wash. Here's the extra bags to go with it. It's easy. All you do is just connect it to the end of the hose. It's really not that hard to do, I promise. I learned how to do these catheter bags when I was still on the farm and I was living on my family's land and I was helping with my great-grandfather. So a home health nurse or hospice, whatever you want to call it, showed me how to do that at a very young age. Here's the bag that straps onto the bottom of the leg that holds the urine bag so that it's not seen and the patient or family member, whoever you're a caregiver for, has dignity because you can pop it in this, strap it to his leg, and his pants or sweatpants or dress or skirt, long skirt, can cover it. So there's dignity, doesn't feel shameful, still has some pride left in them. This alert button. It alerts EMS or 911 the person was to fall. It calls on contact. There's no getting around it. It hits the floor or hits a cabinet, whatever, it will send an alert to 911 and EMS will be sent to the location. There is an operator that will come across it, ask, I detected a fall. Are you okay? Ask the person or patient's name, and if they can give any details on what's going on, which was a lifesaver in my household, especially with my husband, because there at one time he was a risk on falling. Um, this right here is another thing that I had gotten. It's a urinal, but easy to do. Has a hose and a place to pee in, especially if you have to help that person to pee in it. I mean, it's life. At one point in time, you're gonna be handling stuff like that. Or in my case, I've had to handle stuff like that, even in my blood family and my family now. Um, a scale to weigh in the morning and at least twice a day, in the morning and at night, to determine if they're retaining fluid or water. The signs of that is that their ankles are swollen, their legs are swelling in the hands, in the midsection. It's easily noticed on if they're retaining fluid, and this little gadget right here really helped to determine on how much fluid my husband was retaining, so that I knew what to do and how to get that fluid off of him. Um, this is a compression leg massager, especially for those that are not capable of walking or has lost their mobility to walk in a period of time. It massages their legs, presses, massages, just so those muscles do not deteriorate until they can get the physical therapy that they need. This is the sheet that I kept track of his stats, his weight gain, fluids, food, anything that I could write down to help the nurse that come to the house to help the nurse. I wrote down, I logged on all of it. How many times he went to the bathroom, how many times he got into the shower, how many times he got up in the middle of the night because he was confused. I wrote it all down. I logged it all. And that's important to log everything, even if it's just in a notebook. It don't have to be something like this. It can be in a notebook. This is a gait belt. It just goes around their waist. There's handles on it, which is a lot easier than the traditional gait belt, which I do have that too. This is a traditional gait belt. It's a little bit harder for the person that's guiding to be able to hold. I never liked this one at all. Even when I worked in healthcare, I did not like this one, but it's all on what you feel comfortable with on helping your partner or your parents or your grandparents on walking. I have knee braces because my husband's knees are bad. He had a lot of knee problems at that point in time. He's a veteran, so he's got knee problems, he's got back problems, he's got PTSD. Transfer blanket, which has handles all around it, makes it easy for EMS if EMS has to come in and transfer. It makes their job a whole lot easier to already have the patient or family member that you are a caregiver for, or anyone that you're a caregiver for, to be able to move them. Alright, here, just fluids, which I have syringes. They're still in my kitchen. I haven't gotten them. I got them put up in my kitchen because you never know. The syringes come in handy, especially if at a certain point of time they forget how to drink or eat or has trouble with their hands, which there are cups that has straps on the cups to where it can strap onto their hands for them to hold the cup and drink from a straw or drink normal. But in some cases, like my husband, he could not suck from a straw. He couldn't hold a cup or a glass. So I got syringes and started giving him liquid IV. Anything that has minerals, vitamins, all the things that he needed, electrolytes, because I could not get much food down him. First aid kit, which is a necessity in any household. Band-aids, medical tape, gauze, wraps. Of course, gloves. I got like 10 boxes of gloves and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Enemas, hard facts of life. At one point, you're going to have to give your grandparent or your parent an enema. There's just so much. A portable ECG monitor, which monitors the heart rate. My husband, he has an enlarged heart. So keeping track of his heart rate and his rhythm and all of that was a necessity. It was important to where I could report back to the nurse, to the doctors, to the VA. I would have all that already wrote down, logged. I was on top of it. Of course, butt cream. They're gonna get raw butts because they're not moving. They're gonna get sores because there's only so much you can do on turning them, flipping them, moving them to different positions over a period of time. Even with you doing all of that, they're still gonna get a rash or get some sort of sore It's an edible. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's very personal, and I hope this helps you out. There's some other things like a walker. We have 2 walkers. We have 2 wheelchairs because fluctuating weight and how much the weight limit is on the wheelchair is which one you use. We have a portable potty. I guess that's what you call it. I got kids, so I say potty. So portable potty, um, disposable briefs. Pretty much all that we have in the household. At one point, I was looking at a hospital bed, but now I don't have to. Hand grippers to work the hands, could be stress balls. We have those. I just did what I thought was necessary. This doesn't mean that you have to do what I did. It's all on what you feel is necessary and right. See ya.